Okay, so we have a tool. This is a Windows administrative tool. Okay, I think you are able to see this. Okay, let me maximize this one. Okay, sorry. So there is administrative tool. Just need to click on this, and then see we don't have here failover cluster manager. Okay, so now we have to add this here. So we can go with the server manager first. Windows Server Manager, and now we have to click on these tools. We can see that we are these are the default tools here, but we are not able to see here. We can say that Windows failover cluster manager. So we have to add the roles here. Okay, need add role. Okay, we get this window. We can hit next here on the basis based on local. Okay, this is server name and IP addresses, then the server role. Okay, so see these are the Windows server roles which we can configure: DHCP server, DNS server, but this is not required for SQL server. This is for Windows part. Hit next. Then we require this .NET framework for, and we have a failover cluster manager. I think here that, see, let's cancel this one. I can show you. See this one, failover clustering. Okay, so we have to just select this in features. It will ask to install these tools. Okay, this management tools, failover cluster manager. So we need to add here. Just click hit add this feature. Next, restart required. Okay, but I think yeah, we can restart and then we can log in. Let's see. Okay, install. So it is installing this failover cluster. So we need to install or enable this feature or tool on the both the servers, which is a part of clustering, Windows clustering first. Okay, this is mandatory because this is a tool by which we are going to monitor or manage the Windows as well as SQL cluster. So after this we restart and connect with the 35 server. Okay, if you are going to configure that on cluster, then it is required. If you are not going to install a cluster, you are like a standalone server, DMZ server, so that is not required, because always on is not going to monitor from here. We have a different monitoring tool in the SQL inbuilt. Okay, so always totally different. But if you are going to build always on cluster, this is very helpful. If you are this is that is in domain server. Okay, this is a basic one. If you yeah, totally we install as a standalone. Yeah, I configure as a standalone. Yeah, but if you are going to configure DAG and all the multi zone or multi geo replication type, then you have to add that domain in the domain to easy. No, different server. Replica, if you are going to configure always on, that is different feature of SQL server. So you, that is not on server level basically. Clustering on the server level, totally server level. This is not depend on database or instance level. Okay, this is totally on server. Fellow totally goes down totally up. This is no partial, but in always on we are going always on is there is a availability group. We can configure availability group and add the databases. So rest of the databases that is not added in availability group, that will work as a standalone server. But that those who are added in that availability group, that work as a always on availability group and HADR. So that totally that is configuration is different, and process is different, and we can say that the terminologies and connectivity and other thing is different than clustering. So it is installed here. Okay, this is installed PowerShell also. Hit. Yeah, in clustering we have facilities we can get after 16 in 17 DAG, database distributed availability group. Okay, so in that you are making or configuring that cluster on the two domain or two data center, over the two data center. So you are going to map more than four instances there. Means we have a primary and replica, and second data center have primary and replica. So both primary and replica from both the zone we have to just map there. So on the top of two cluster we have to just build on DAG. Like let's see the architecture that is. Mhm. See, this is an algorithm. Okay, simple architecture in Windows cluster. So this is node 1, node 2, node 3, node 5. This is a part of cluster. If this is not a part of cluster, you can configure as dmz server, that is as a standalone work group like. But it is in on the domain or on cluster. Then we have a primary server and rest is the replica. So the databases which is inside this primary replica will replicate on this nodes. But those who was not part of HADR or replica, this is work as a standalone server at the databases. We can connect other application and work, but that database is not in a part of failover and all. No, always on we have a persistent disk as a standalone. In only clustering, SQL clustering, we have a shared storage. This is totally different basically. This is not dependent on any SAN storage, any blob storage. It is writing data on local disk. In clustering, sorry, in always on, there is a mandatory. We have to write all the basically we have to follow the data database file name, drive name, same on all the nodes. If there is a different, then we will not not we are not able to configure that database as a we can say that in always on HADR. So we'll see after clustering basically. Okay, totally different. See, let's see the diagram here for clustering. Clustering have a two node active passive we are going to configure. So we need a two IP here and two IP here. One is local for heartbeat and second one is for we can say that application connectivity or something like that. We can create here SNI, sorry, not SNI, we can say VLSQL, that is virtual SQL name with the IP addresses that will allow you to connect with the from the application side. So in clustering, we are installing shared services basically. SQL Server services installed as a shared. Some services running on here, some on here. So which the database server is up, it leaves all the services and rest is totally down. There's no SQL services on running on that secondary node or we can passive node. And the data reside on that shared storage, not locally. Let's see. I think one more diagram you can see for clustering. See here. So in clustering we have a switch, we have a two node and a storage. So a storage is totally away from that or separate from that nodes basically. We are not keeping any single binaries or single database on locally basically. They are totally on shared storage. The installation of clustering is totally different than a standalone or always on. Okay, now we are here and this is done. Okay, let's see here. We get that option failover cluster or need to restart. I think need to restart. Okay, So let's restart the system. We are not getting here the feature. Okay. Windows cluster. Yes. Yes. Uh, Currently we don't have, but I will try to show the steps basically. I've asked, but not get any response from the team basically. Okay, because last last 5 6 years this is not required in any environment basically. There's too many drawback, too many cost and all. So everyone going on always on basically. So just this is a part of training, so I'm just showing all the steps and all. Okay, I will share the reports and all, how we are going to configure and where we get the error. Only we get an error where reporting sorry Surface Cluster Manager show us that is we are not able to find shared storage, but rest all the step is clear. Okay, so I'm just showing the steps basically. Okay, now we have to restart this because we are not getting that feature here, failover clustering. Yeah, let's start. Okay, so for restarting we have to write here shut down minus r, I think so. Okay. So less than 1 minute we will be getting restarted, then we connect with 35. Okay, done. Yeah, restarting. Okay. Okay, now we are going to connect 35 server and we will do the same thing. Okay, we just install failover cluster manager and restart. There's too many more activity in clustering basically, other than always on or a standalone server basically. It is totally different by the architecture, by the installation part. I think someone is using. Okay, minimize this. Cancel. Oh, I think I was. Now see, click Windows, go to the administrative tools again, the second node we can say that. Okay, now we don't have a fellow cluster, so I'm going to add this server manager. We can re-verify the tools. Okay, there's no failover cluster manager here. Now add features on the server. And this is a local system. Yeah, now we have to see that failover cluster manager and add tools. Now we can ask restart automatically, so we don't need to fire shutdown minus r command. So we are just, this is a basically a basic stage for clustering. We need to enable this feature, and we need to give the role to the both the node as a failover. Okay, so failover manager can manage all the resources and all, that will share us report which resources is working or not. Okay, because clustering depend on the resources, network LAN, we can say that storage, disk, like that. It's totally dependent. See in the diagram, let's one more time this one. Okay, here. So see the actual diagram is this. We have a shared storage SAN. Okay, data file, log file and code on disk, and this is connected with the LAN basically. Passive node and active node, we see the name, and we have a heartbeat connection. If this is breakdown, this is not getting acknowledgement, or we can say that the host name, there is a command like select at that server name. It is checking every 5 seconds. Okay, if this is not getting the server name, then automatically take the ownership and work as an active server, as a cluster in cluster. And this is a virtual IP addresses that is used in SQL in application to connect the this clustered databases basically. So here is the landing page of the application on this virtual name, and it will check that which active node we have, and we can connect the databases and do our activities. So this is a simple or architecture of that clustering basically. Okay, I think we just minimize that. Yeah, this is for active passive. In that active passive we have drawback. We can use one server at a time. Means if you have created on high end server like 64 GB of RAM, 16 GB of CPU, and 250 GB of RAM, and SAN about 10 TB. So we required not a SAN but the same configuration server here also, like 64 GB of memory, and sorry, yeah, it's a 16 core processor. So this is a waste of this money basically from the client side, because they have to purchase all the same hardware and all, sorry. And license is required for one instance only, not for both. In the license we have benefit, but the drawback is that if the SAN is down, we don't have any option then, or SAN is corrupted, or SAN crash, storage goes down, then totally loss. In active passive, it is the active passive. In active, we will use half of the resources, because if the node is failover on second passive node, sorry, the one node, then the utilization is very high, because all the transactions coming on the one servers. So we have to just allocate 50% of memory to one node, and 50% reserved for the other one after failover. So that is also a drawback, because we are not utilizing whole this instance at a time. So this is about cluster basically. And cluster basically, we can say that not in use more, basically. Okay, more than 5 to 6 years I'm not get any call and any requirement to migrate or something like that, troubleshooting and all. Every client going on always on. In clustering, we this reporting service is not supported by on HA, in H, yeah, hybrid basically. We have to install on different server. Okay, reporting services. Now see it is done or not. Yeah, it is done. Okay, let's connect on 34 first, and then we can check 34 and the IP, sorry, password. Da, 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 da. Now we can see here failover cluster manager. Da, 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 da. See, we get that. Okay, so for we have just enabled that failover cluster features, we have not configured that. Then starting from here we need to add all these things basically, to what we have to add or check. So this is the first window of failover sorry, what is that? This is the first window of failover cluster manager. See, totally blank. So we can configure, add cluster, connect servers, view and all. And here's the management view, validation and all we can do from here also. See, so now we have a node 1. Let's how can I add? Yeah, we have a server name here. Yeah, so first I am going to create Windows cluster. Okay, or first we can add the node here. Let's add the node. So node 1 is 34 35. It will check in the network if this is exist or not. So I think we have to provide full domain with the full domain name, or we can provide the static IP. Let's see, if config IP config, I think so. Here if config is Linux, IP config, yeah, this is this is 34 192.168.2.134. Yeah, and now we need 135. Then add, we require fully fqdna, basically fully collect domain name to add the nodes basically. Oh, it's taking time. In the same network basically. Mm-hmm. Camping, yeah, added. Okay, so we have added two nodes here for active passive. Clear clustering, yes. Now running all the tests here, so it will check all the dependent network and hardware here. See, there's a criteria for all these things to main storage, network, and all. If it's not fulfill about all the basic for clustering, we get an error. Okay, checking for network and all. And which was red? Where is? Let's see after this completion. Okay, network validation testing warning. Okay, I think some port and all. So this is the report here for clustering, and it is showing that config is not suitable for clustering basically. So see what is the error here. It is not successful. So first one, edit validation configuration, means we need to ask to add these two objects in AD basically. Okay, for the configuration, but it is added na, it is in domain basically. Why? No, it should not be basically because it's part of AD. No. Okay, next is error warning. Warning. Okay, error is this thing is name, this could not be turned because error is not added. Why? It's about AD basically. And yeah, okay, let's go ahead because it is part of the domain at is. Okay, finish. And see, we can provide here that cluster name basically, Windows cluster name, as for desire we can say that first cluster or demo cluster, we can say that demo underscore cluster. This is a virtual name IP address. This we can provide here one IP addresses of this we can say that VLAN. Okay, so we have to just check if this is free. the IP address ping 192.168.1 dot, sorry, 0.5. Let's see if this is free. Yeah, so we can pass here 5. It is free. Next. Oh, what is the error out is put out? IP address series is 2. I provide from 1. I think so. 0, sorry, 0. So it is not reachable. If cancel ping 192.168.2.5. Okay, we can pass this one. Let's start again to add this node. Next, checking from 0 series queue. Why? Here is those is gateway 0. Default gateway 0 series, okay. And after 5 it is coming out. Okay, so cluster 1. Oh, already exists in, okay. Cancel. We have to provide a unique name. How can we search? NS lookup. It assigned 1088. Okay, that one it's already used. Okay. Okay. So it is conflicting domain name basically. Sorry, cluster name. Add. Taking too much time to searching the 35. Okay. Yeah, I have done here. Cluster one, this is already used, so that we get an error, but we provide different name XYZ. Okay, that not meaningful basically. Okay, So this is not reaching to oh, past 192.168.2.135. Yeah. Now we can provide cluster name, so it's 5, and we are typing cls sql. Why? Already exist. Why? No. Unable to determine this. Okay. So we have to ask our admin team to add this associated with this password, this object basically. Oh, we are missing this point. Let me ping him. Can we add one domain object in ad named s cluster sql cluster list sqlcls and IP address will be 192.168.0.5 for SQL cluster. Okay. So this Windows name need to be added, cluster name need to be added in the area account. Okay. So we are stopping clustering here basically. Okay, just moving forward on always on about this one basically. Ta, 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 ta. This one always on. It is not dependent on this domain name added. Okay, addition and all. So about this, no, we need only the system should be in domain and local drive. Okay, not network and not different one. Okay, just we get the listener name. Okay, so we can add different one. Okay, so for this there's different we can say that different step. Basically we have to just enable here SQL server. Yes, availability group means one virtual name in which we have in which we have to add the database need to be available for application basically. This is basically this is a virtual name. In that there's a there are too many databases which is a part of availability group. Like we have like development, so I've created a one group development, so I can add all the development database in this data group, and that will be a part of HADR, will replicate data on multiple nodes and replica and all. This is just a virtual name, nothing else. So let's start here SSMS first. Yes, simple. Now this is depend on licensing. In SQL Server Standard Edition we can create one replica. Okay, and this is on 55. Okay, so not 54, and in always on 5, not more than that. Okay, so for this, okay, see we are going for always on, so we have just click on this always on ability group here. This I'm not working on any database level, see here. Okay, just here first. So this is the first window where we have to click, and it will redirect if we have not enabled on the service level. Service level means here. SQL Server reporting configuration manager. Let's see that server configuration manager here. Where is that? This one. So let's see from here also. Here we have a service and this is SQL Server. Right click properties and then we have a always on ability group. See here. So it is not enabled. So see we get an error here. I'm just clicking here. See. So it is just saying right click on service properties and go to that and provide the ability. We can say that always on group name for the Windows or the service basically. So here we go to that services and right click and properties and click on always on. We can provide the cluster name basically if we have. So first we have to click on here and we don't have this Windows cluster here. Means if we are not going from Windows cluster name, then we have to just provide the IP addresses in that host name. I can say that drive here it is etc folder basically. In that we have a host name basically. C drive, sorry, C colon. No, there's two. No, you are right, but there's two options. If I am not going to add here, na, if this is not a part of domain or all like DMZ server, so we do not need to pass here as a cluster name. We just pass XYZ whatever, and then we pass the IP addresses and the host name in that etc folder. Then it will start working. I have just configured it multiple times in the we can say that client in Mumbai, that basically that is MPSec. So their database is not in domain. So I've configured in 2021. So we can, there's two options. We can go with the cluster or we do not go we do not use that cluster and we will go with the DMZ server. So this is a blocker here basically for me because this two system in a domain. Okay, we will get that restart and all. Let's see, I can show you that basically. Let's restart this. So I'm showing out the etc folder now. Let's see. Okay, so how can we use that if we don't have a domain here? Okay, see, this is enabled basically. We are not providing a cluster name. Okay, totally it is enabled. And now we can click from here also. Now from start from here, so we don't getting an error. See, this is a difference. I'm not providing any cluster name. Okay, I'm just configuring as a standalone and the database is a part of availability group. And we need, for this we need to add the host name and all in the both side etc folders, the IP address and host name. So right click here and refresh. Okay, see here we get an option. So now we will just create availability group here, that wizard new availability group, or we can go with the wizard. Okay, we can go with the PowerShell, Azure and all. See, so here sorry, here is a new window for that always on availability group. So availability group is a virtual name, we can provide a different one. Okay, we only to focus on sorry, just a minute. Okay, sorry. So here this is ability group name. Okay, so we required different name whatever. Let's see, demo HA. Okay, nothing else. And you can check the database level health detection and all, it will check. Okay, and DTC support not required basically, it is locally totally. Okay, this is for MS DTC basically. Okay, See, it will check prerequisite. If we have not done any full backup of any databases, na, a database is not in full recovery, then we get an error here. We need to take a backup. So see, full backup required. It is saying that. So we just which on which the database which is a part of availability group, we need to take a full backup. Then we get here that is it is matching that prerequisite of HADR. So just take an example. I am going to take this one. So just have to perform a full backup here first. Okay, let's see. Oh, it is a part of mirroring. Okay, let's you can see the database name testdb test1. Okay, I can take this one. So first check that properties, it is in full recovery. Okay, and take a full backup. Remove backup. Let's see in ls or tlog. That is easy to take. Test.bak. Okay, no options basically. Okay, pending that one. Hit okay, it's done. And let's refresh here. See, meets prerequisite. So you can just select this and hit next. Now the primary replica here. Okay, add secondary replica and the roles here. Let's maximize this one. So this is the main window where we are going to configure and assigning role to that primary and secondary databases. So it is a primary. Let's add secondary. We need to add 5. 35. Allocation feature is not enabled. Okay, that's why. So just we need to go that system and then we have to just enable that services. So we can do from here also, I think so. Can we add? No, from services we can do from here if we get an permission. Let's see without going there. Services.msc and we can add 192.168.2.135. But I think from here we cannot get that allocation option here. We just go to the system only. Okay, let's me disconnect this system and we are going on 35 and then we can add from here. Disconnect, we reconnect and log out, relog in with that 35 and the password is okay. No, basically it is web page, no, that is not allowing me. Basically I've tried multiple times, not allowing me. This is redirecting to the same system basically. Okay, let's try this one this time. Okay. So we are here for services basically. Okay, so the services is in configuration manager. Minimize and your service and what did that first one. Yeah, let's enable this, apply, ask for restart the service, restart. Okay, done. And you are saying that connect the other one with different one. Okay, let's see Firefox. Okay, and we connect to 35. So we have this IP next lab. NX lab dot. Yeah, it is HTTP. Okay, so search. Yeah, no. Okay, let's see. We have 35. Let's connect to 34. Yeah, I think. Okay, it will be helpful. Yeah, thank you. So here, okay, cancel this one. This is not required. Okay. So we where 34. This one. Why does not enable 35? Done. No? Just we are on 34. Okay, and this is 35. Oh. Yes. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yes. My mistake. Yeah, that is my mistake. Yeah, I've not chosen the right one. Oh, okay. So after enabling this, na, we will get one more thing here. We can see from if you verify, na, this is harder enable. See HADR enable true. Automatically it is enabled. Okay, this is not part of hello cluster. This is false. Okay, so it is enabled now. Now we can check from 34. Where is 34? Connect. Yeah, see. So there is an option primary role, about role failover. Okay, external. This is not in a part of domain mode. Okay, everything good. Async commit, readable secondary you can create. Yes, audit intent. Okay, so we can read the data from the secondary side. Okay, but we have to just pass one command while connecting the database, like read intent on sorry yeah read readable. Oh, sorry, one command is that in we have to just pass here as a while connecting the SQL server, like let's see database engine. Then we have an option, and then we pass here command read only dash true, I think so. Let me google that one. Basically the read intent option, read intent, I think read in intent or like readable secondary. Yeah, read intent only. So there's a command passing in that sorry, see here. Option, yeah, application in intent is equal to read only. So you have to just pass this command basically, okay, to connect that readable secondaries. So we are on 34, 34, 34 here. So we just pass here application intent is equal to read only, then we can connect readable secondaries, okay. Now replica added. About the endpoints, so this is the endpoint like mirroring, okay, port is same 5022, okay, encrypted data, yes, and the service account. So service account is always the same with the domain account or local user account, okay, with the same. Backup preferences, this is a main, basically we were asking the interview where you prefer the backup. Basically the by default we go for the secondaries, prefer secondary not on primary, because it will utilize the IO on the production server. So we consider basically on the secondary. You can select read only say backup on only secondaries, okay, or primary or any other. Then we have a backup priorities. This is 50-50, so you can just set that 35. I think we have a 35 is a secondary, so we can say that 80% goes to that backup on secondary. We selected already here the secondary only, so it will take backup from the secondaries. You can enable here for this priorities, you can setting the priority. So this is about the backup, and next is about the listen. This is a main window, that is you have to just provide that listener name to the application. So application will land on this IP address and the name, okay. So we are just going to create a listener here, or you cannot create the listener now, you can get later, but let's see the error first, okay. So listener name, this is a DNS name basically. This is also a part of, we can say that a domain or user and all. So we can just pass here a on, okay, and the port number 1433, okay, and the static IP you can add. Let's see, we have a free IPs 192.168.2.5, or subnet mask it is same 2.0. add, see. So for multiple listener, or we can say that many and ask how can configure multiple listeners. So we just add here one listener IP, and that IP series be added in that local system IP addresses basically for multi listener configuration. This is a single listener here. Read only routing we can set here. So you have to just configure the read only routing from the backend if you configure that one, okay. So we can do later, and nothing to add here, routing list and all. Now about the seeding, means that we are synchronizing the data from primary to secondary. So automatic seeding you can keep, or we can just do full backup restore like availability group, we can just configure like that also. So I'm just going for automatic seeding here. It will take backup and restore on the secondary, okay, on 35 server. See, this is the stages, it is configured here. You can rerun validations and all, no error. Hit next. This is the configuration wizard, okay. Verify, you can check that all endpoints, modes and all. And yes, 256 na, that is by default encryption always. We can say that yes, database level encryption, or we can say that inside yeah, that one only, yeah, because we are not in. No, yeah, not an issue, yeah. In encryption, if you enable on the server level, So it will detecting by default, or it will you can just check here for the allogen ability group only. So it is a part, yeah, this is a feature now in ability group, sorry, standard and enterprise both, yeah, in 19 or 22. So listener name that is here, I'm going back, let's see here, sorry, we can say, I can, yeah, I can get here also, yeah, let me check the listener name, ability group name demo ha, replica, okay, external cluster type external, and then we have automatic seeding with the listener name. Mhm. It is I, not a part of cluster. Yes, not a part of cluster, right? Okay, so we can, so in that we are not required that msdtc, or we can set it code on disk. Basically, it has not asked for that shared folder for like logging that we can say that failover and all details. One step is here for that share folder, basically, where it will keep that logs and all for the clustering failover. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. So in cluster or non-cluster, basically standalone server. So only one step we have missed here, that is for logging. That is log about the log of cluster, basically when it is failed down. What is the primary node? What is the secondary node? Basically, okay. Primary and secondary logs when it move from primary to secondary, secondary to primary. Just we are not keeping that log here in a shared folder for monitoring the automatic failover. That is. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, same. This is simple difference is the standalone server, that is in cluster. There is nothing difference in configuration, any connection size string, any load and load distribution, the data read and all. We get all the features, but we like, no, it will happen if the system physically not in network, na. It will, we have a listener online, basically, that is domain name and IP addresses, sort of local mhm. Mhm. Cluster name, cluster, yes, cluster name, which is provide here, cluster name. The cluster name means like HDR cluster and all, whatever that we provide here, because see, we have keep here blank. Hmm. Diagram, I think I missed that PPT. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, yeah. Failover cluster need basically for the default features that we get in cluster, not actually like we can say that uh, where we are writing a because basically in that we have missing that step like shared folder where we're writing the logs of the cluster basically. That will check that cluster activities basically, not a database level. The system is up or not. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yes. 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 Mm-hmm. Yes. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, no, it is not restarting. Not restarting. Here it is not restarting. It will not, because we are keeping data on local disk, not on shared disk. This is the data is on persistent disk. Yeah. No. Always no support. No support shared disk. Basically, it is created due to that clustering drawbacks. Basically, we are keeping data on persistent disk on every each and every node. So the if you do failover, it will redirect the connection to that active node from the listener, through the listener basically. Let's see. I think you got your answer in next step basically. Let's see. This is 34 here. So we are just configuring this test database as a failover cluster as HADR. Okay, let's finish this one. Now it is checking connectivity, health, and all, and it will create on database on 35 server. Okay, they're creating. Okay, the health, and then this endpoint, and then ability group name, and the listener name. See here. So this AO is the main role of AO is it is online basically every time. It will redirect all the connection to the active node, nothing else. Let's see. It is creating on 35, I think so. 34, 35. Let's see here. If we don't have any database like test, yeah. Let's see. Size 16 MB, I think, or 16 KB. This is waiting for secondary only. All the settings successfully. So just we have to add the databases. If we get an error or fail, then we have to just take a backup and then restore on secondaries, and then we can manually map that one. So see, it is created here. All this just waiting for database configuration and all. So see, this is totally different than other. We will not doing here anything. We are working from here. We have just monitor from here. The databases on. See the test databases, the listener name, and the replica name. So secondary is not up. I think it's not reachable. I think according to that error, just showing red. Okay, let's wait. Or we can just monitor from here. The show the dashboards and all. So this is a main window where we do manual failover and all. See, we get all the errors here. You can pause, refresh. So here the error is, let's see, we have two warnings. That is unhealthy and not joined. See here. So just create the data manually there, and we can add in this cluster. Sorry, HADR always on. Now we have a backup, I think, in C drive. T-log. Time is 9:24. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. Copy, and then we can select that 168 2.135. If you have a shared drive, yeah, 35. Let's paste here, and then we go to 35 and create a database test. Same name, test. Okay, I think that will be fail because we have see the error na. Let's see, go to the wizard here. Let's see, this basically it will got an error fail. Basically data is not synchronized na, that's why it will taking time to synchronize and all. So just we do from the back end, we can cancel here from here. So in auto seeding, it will create a database or sync that data accurate as we have on primary node basically. Yes, maybe, but I think we have not see that the share folder path here na, basically. You just we have to provide the share folder path, then it will take backup and restore from there also. I think that option not showing here. Let's see, and or we can just cancel from here and we can do manually. We can just we have just enabled that all the basic requirement HADR and ability group and listener. So we if we have already exist this one, we can just cancel that from here. Okay, remaining is same, not an issue. Just cancel for that, and only the database instance fail. Okay, so we will do one thing here, just create one database same name and restore backup, and we can add in that replica here. We are doing just restore. Okay, let's do one thing, go to the 35 and restore database. That is from disk file, and we have tlog, and with this one test db. Yes, option we can keep in restoring mode, or it will take that one, not an issue. Okay, so restore successfully. See 16 MB. Now we can add on the primary server. Go to the manual here, we can just refresh that, and we can okay. So just I am going to add the database. Okay, so just we will do one thing, we can just remove this or reconnect this secondary, and then we can add. Oh, not here. We can just see that properties, this okay, session timeout. Okay, now we have to ability group databases, and this is not healthy, so that's we can remove and add. Okay, now refresh. Okay, now we are going to add replica here the same way. Okay, and add the replica, the 35. Okay, backup setting like same. It's not okay, already set here, not an issue. Listener already routing. Okay, listener, always listener. Okay, we have already. Okay, now see here we can use that auto setting is not enabled, not backup is inserted, then we have to just create that full backup and log, and then restore on the system. Or we can just ask to join that, or skip initialization databases for the testing purpose, like because we have to see that. Let's we have to do one thing, keep database in restoring mode, and log we have already stored. Okay, so restore one more time this backup basically, and keep in restoring mode for the sync. Restore database device, and we are not going to implement basically log, no changes till now. So we can oh and here we will just choose that recovery. Okay, not tail log backup. What happened? Replace. Okay, now we are here to add data log file created, same. Okay, no need to require this one because we have already done, or we can ask. Let's see. So this is basically for where we are just keeping that log backup or full backup for initializing databases. So just we have to provide that access shared drive format. Okay, basically here, and we have 34 dot, this is locally na 34. Okay, so we can just pass this directory. So we can pass slash this. No, 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 no. Okay, for the Linux here. Okay. Uh-oh. What is this? Already exist. Ah, I am doing mistake here. Let's drop. Or you can just do. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. You can just join also. Okay, let's see. Yeah, go with the data ones option. Okay, you can just join only. Let's see. Okay, skipping that. So all the exist already. Okay, this is checking that. Okay, rerun. Next. Let's check the health of that databases. Okay, secondary, joining the secondary relative still. Okay. Okay, basically I have a diagram. Basically I missed that file basically. Okay, I'm just taking in my sandbox now. I'm not able to find today morning. Okay, give me some time, I can just create it. Okay, and we'll re-discuss on that always on. Okay, basically this is the older one. Basically that we have just only one slide basically. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, okay. It's taking time on secondary basically. It's taking too much time. No, 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 no. You can do one thing. We can just drop and recreate our letter of different, the different. Okay. It's taking too much time. Right. Joining secondary. Let me see the log here. No, still not. 55. Not reaching to that system. Why? It is already here. We are able to connect system and the network. Oh, oh. No, no, oh. Doing too much time for 16 and sorry 6 MB of file, I think so. No, 2 MB file. Okay, let's have a break and we'll reconnect in 5 minutes. Okay, check that one. Why this getting failed? Yeah, yeah, I'm recreating after that. Just hold on for 5 minutes. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, joining fail. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, Gopal. No, no. I'm just showing that where we have where is the problem basically. Okay, and then we can start. Okay. So here we got an error, and that is this basically expected error. Okay, this is not reaching the system. So we have to just pass these IP addresses in both the etc folder basically. That is the best practice basically. We have missed that in the discussion. Okay. So just wait. I have to just go with the C drive and etc folder. C drive, Windows, drivers, and then what is blank? Right, Windows, drivers under is etc. Yeah. Oh. In my folder, the same path, C drive. Let's see. Open that C drive. Sorry. Windows. Then drivers. Where's drivers? System 32 is here. We can say in system 32 as well. Then drivers. You can check there also. Yeah, drivers. We have etc and the host name. Okay, so system 32, Windows, then system 32. Then we have a drivers. Oh, D. Then etc and then the host name. Yeah, open with notepad. So for DMZ we have just pass here the host name and that IP addresses both the servers 2.134 and the host name is copy from here then 192.168.135. Okay, and we have also passed this listener name 192.168.0.5 I think, and we have passed it AO. Okay, so this is this 35, sorry, host name, yeah, sorry, thank you, yeah, 35. So we will just pass these three in both the servers, so we can save this, yeah, and now this is 34. Now we have to go on 35, then we have to pass here C colon Windows system 32, then drivers and init etc. Pass here, now save, done. Now we are doing from 35. Let me minimize this one first, and let's drop this one, okay, all the settings and all, and we can recreate, remove, no sorry, not from here, sorry, we can remove secondary from here, and then refresh, and we can also remove all the settings as well. Okay, properties, no, not from here, we are going to do this, okay. So demo we have created, HA, this is ability group we have. Now we have replica server, primary, database, and always on, okay, listener. So I'm going to add here the replica one, that is our 35, and on 35 we don't have any database, add 35 here, okay, endpoint same, backup preference already set on secondary, listener that is already created, and rerouting not required yet, we'll do from backend later. Listener already got configured, why it is asking another one? So let's type on that listener name 192.168 dot, sorry, what happened, this is 68, 192.16, not only press 6, sorry, that is 1433, and then we have to add IP address 192.168 2 dot sorry 0.5 sorry 0.5, subnet mask, that is 0.0. now it's done, okay, see, yeah, so we can just let drop this one, delete this one, not an issue, because it's not in use currently, okay, or not in AD basically, okay, that's it. So we can drop, and then we can create this listener next, then we have to full backup, or we can start synchronized database, restored log and each, okay. So let's join from here, the simple one, skip that one, drive and all, free spaces on, okay, on both the servers, and next it will start for adding secondary replica with the database. Let's come to the point here. Now it's not need to stuck here to joining the system basically. we just passed all these things here. Listener, sorry, etc folder 35 34 50. Oh, oh god. No, no, no. Something wrong. It does not recognize the name and all. Host name, host name, host name. Okay, this is 35. Then this is 35 server. Just provide IP address. I need this. Let's see. Restart. I think we've tried from the IP addresses basically. It's not detecting the host name and all. Not reachable for this. So it's still no, the individual host name basically. It will go. It will throw an error after some time basically. Sorry, on that configuration part. So this is the old one, I think. So where this is new one. So we cannot go back now here. Yeah. So previously we are see the previous error is not able to join this because checking primary configuration network and firewall setup, this trying to operation failed basically. So it's not reaching to the system that point of time. That's why. No, this is unique error. See, still just searching for secondary basically, joining the secondary. can try from the standalone server also. No, it's not joined. See. Okay, so secondary is not getting joined with that ability group. So one option is that we have to start on dmz, or like we have to just ask for to cluster Windows cluster. Where is that? This one. This is ability group. This is a virtual name. This is nothing. This is a virtual name. This is a container only. Yeah, this is a container only. It, the database which is mapped with the HADR na, ability group. This is so under this one. See here. We have a name. Yeah, confidence. This we can check, but see, this is not reaching to that. We can say that secondary server basically through this wizard basically. 168.2.135. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is domain. Na? That host name, I think we can take from here. 35. Nothing. Paste. Yeah. Ping is a bit bad. So okay, yeah, that is also. That name is, so we can see from here. We can say, yeah, let's say we can ms lookup this. Basically connectivity problem here. Okay. Sorry. Let me see these services and all first. Yes. Okay, this is start. Something wrong. No. Okay. It is 25. Go to the 34. And now we have to ping this one. Same we are getting. Ping is not blocking. Ping is not blocking. Basically, yeah, let's get an error. Then we can go back and check. I think we need to pass the IP addresses. If not, never get this error basically in my career right now till now. Yeah, let's say cancel, and we have to just totally cancel this, close this. Yes, it will take time. Okay, I think so, or we can cancel from here. Oh, what is the error? Canceling the action. Okay. Yes, go. time. So basically where we missed that it is not connecting to the server host basically, and roll back. Ta, 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 ta. We are able to connect here using the host name. Let's see with the IP, that is 192.168.2.135. Yeah, then what is the problem? Why it is not reaching to the system firewall? No. Hmm. And try like so from the okay, we can see also the log from this. Sorry, connection timeout. Okay, means it is not reaching to that, and either firewall network is open, file is open, it is in local environment, no firewall required. Endpoint is about at wow, that is 50244 no 5022, that is already we have implemented mirroring between that, I think, or we have got a, yeah, locally it is, locally, yeah. See, we have implemented mirroring here, see. So it's already, that is endpoint is already open, the mirroring endpoint, see. It is already, or we can, yes, 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 right, right. Basically 502 5022 is already used by mirroring here. Yep, 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 yep. Yes, let's see, let's remove this one, yeah. Where is always one, yeah. We can just remove this availability group. Let's delete all these things, okay, and then we can create, yeah. We're not able to drop this one, remove from availability group, and do the, yeah. No, there's no option to removing, no, I'm just, let's see, basically, but it is primary and it is already added, so it is not an issue, but basically, but I'm just trying to phrase, create phrase first. Yeah, complete all, yeah, that's it. Now we have enabled, okay, added all these things. Now we have secondary server IP addresses, no databases, okay. Let's start from scratch. This is an wizard, okay, so right click, go with the wizard here, and ability group, this is logical name, basically we can provide whatever, okay. Let's simple ha dir normal, okay. Not going to take database health, basically not need to add, but this is recommended because this will show us the error, this is full backup done or not on the database level. So it is meeting the prerequisite with these databases, rest is and always on mirroring and all. Refresh, next. Now we have this instance as a primary. Now need to add the secondary. I'm going to add with the IP addresses 35. Okay. Okay, and this is added about the endpoints. See, detecting by default this one. I cannot modify here. This is the default endpoint. See, okay, done. Okay, let's say 5054. Okay. Okay, let's see 5054. Okay, but this port is running here. We're modifying endpoint only. The port is default, it's grayed out no? For mirroring default port no? Modifying here only. We can do one thing. Cancel. We can do one thing. We can just drop mirroring. Let's, because port is used by the system. This is a mirror instance, and with the primary one, that is 35. HDB test db1 or mirror database. From where we configure this one? This is dropped or mirror restoring mode. We are not able to see the database. And let's see the endpoint first. No, here server objects, database mirroring already in use. Done. Not okay. Okay. Let's start from here. Refresh. Okay, see. Okay. Just wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's why we're getting that one. Yes, okay, and now it's done. Check this endpoint mirroring. Done. Okay, see, then we can refresh. Yes, now it is, yeah. But then same port is already used, no? Now it's showing. Yeah, thank you. So this is endpoint HADR endpoint. Okay, this is not for mirroring endpoint. Okay, then backup preferences secondary only. Okay, if you as per desire you can choose that one. Okay, or any other replica if you have. Okay, we add that one, and then go for the listener. So sorry, listener, just this is also logical name that we provide to connect the database from the application. You can type. We'll take that one also. 52 for this. I don't. Okay, let's see. Okay, then it's added. Read only routing are configured from later, as we can see that. Now we are going to just join simply. It will take backup and all. Okay, instant check disk. Okay, mode revalidation, run. Object change is not as oh, object reference not send an instance and object. Why? It's strange. Need to let's need to restart one more thing. Okay, let us get tried. Let's restart both the system. We have done too many modifications now. Shutdown minus R, and we can reconnect. Let's wait for a minute. Oh, if both systems will start communicating, this, this, then we do not get any error on in HDR basically. In always on we have just ability group and listener. Need to focus on that basically for application side. And from troubleshooting part, basically we have to see the drive and all drive space and basically yeah. So let's start SSMS. This is 34. Okay, and now meanwhile you can check 35 and connect the 34. Let's connect with IP address. Okay, now we have a 35. Reconnect. Everything in eval here. Okay, so we have to just check that 34 system. Okay, now 34 here, ability group. No. Okay, now the step is just to go with the wizard first. Okay, and we just select the option for HADR. This is chain. Then we specify that roles 34, not 35. Okay, and find. Now it's okay. Empty users, service account is same. Prefer secondary, let's leave it, not an issue. Listener, create that one. Port number 1433. Static IP for this. And 255.255, like that. 0 to 52. 252. Okay, let's see. Okay, so listener done, read routing letter, we can check. Now we are going with this, but it will ask for that log path, data file and path on the same directory basically. So we can also validate the same data file path on, we can check from here. It is created by default, so connection, no, data settings, so it is same on both the servers or not. Copy this, and we have here in C drive, which will create here, and on 35 C. We'll also get an error if the setting is not same, basically drive folder and all. Okay, so it is same. Okay, now go to that settings. Okay, so this is so this is automatic create database, okay, on secondary replica. Okay, because we don't have any databases. Okay, data file that require path same instance as per ability group. Okay, everything is fine here. Check dollar space and all. Now I think this time we can achieve this configuration and all. Let's see. 35. Okay, configuring endpoint successfully, starting. Yes, done. Just joining secondary. Okay, now see 35. It is getting database or not here. No, I think. Oh no, still something wrong. Joining secondary to the HADR replica. It will take backup and restore on same directory. Data file and log file path. Where we are making mistake here. Access privileges, service account we can check. SQL Server service account with end user. No, etc, no, everything not, it is checking with that etc folder basically, with communication basically, because let's see. Yes, everything is fine basically. It is, maybe previously it was blocking that where, but it is not joining. Let's see. Wait, we can also do one thing. I can check from here where we have made mistake. Let's see, because it's taking too much time to add, na. We can see in SQL Server config, SQL Server log basically here. See, this is saying that connection timeout. Yeah, this is totally different thing. It is different error, na. This is showing that either network firewall issue or endpoint. So endpoint we have modified right now, na. We are using the same endpoint, different endpoint like mirroring end. So endpoint issue is not here. This is getting different error basically. That's why. this is domain now. Okay, let's see, we get here one different thing. Let's start from here. This is local system. Okay, and I am just trying to configure. We can get from this system. Okay, let's enable that service. So configuration manager 16 17, we have 17 I think so, not 19. Why we are getting such error? So we have this system, just need to enable here. Just the simple thing I am going to do here. This is 17. Okay, this is all done. This is restriction of this one also. No. In 17 we cannot perform like this, or in 19. Need to install and all. This is different one error. So how can I achieve this today basically? Different error. Yeah, how? Endpoint. We have already modified the endpoint and all. Oh sorry, this is my system. Sorry. This is 35. So in server objects, endpoint, mirroring. This is hardware and yeah, this is different. Yeah. This is enabled. Okay. And on 34. Yes. Nothing. Uh-oh. And we have 31 32 server as well. So detect the phone. No. Set. One we have, I think so, 31, and we can check there also on 31. That is in not in domain basically, I think so. And the password is okay. So here this is totally, you can check like standalone servers. Okay, go to the properties, this one, restart, and we have a demo. Okay, let's check from this also. Okay, check the error, restart the services. But in domain there is no issue of firewall basically, I think so. Okay, so let's do one thing from here, if we're getting same error or not. This is HDR none cluster external, or none, we can select none means external none. Yeah. Let's see, this is our prerequisite for data file. Let's see one database first. We can add here replica locally. Let's check that one. We don't have firewall and all, but I think on same instance already. Yeah, that will get error. So we can add 34, 32, 32. Let's see, 32, and we enable HADR there also, which is not enabled. Okay, so now we log off from here. Connect 32, disconnect, log out, relogging 132, and the password services report manager. Server configuration. Okay, now 32, connect. Oh, it has restarted basically. Let's restart. Yeah, cancel, and then add 31, 32. Yes, now endpoint is, yeah, HDR enable endpoint. Service account is same. Okay, prefer backup secondary listener, create listener. Add IP address for this 92.168 0.5. 2 or 5, then 2, no? Don't think so, but yeah. Yeah, auto seeding. Let's see. Endpoint done. Now it is here, we have to just focus why it is typing same error. Maybe let's see the log. Yes, same error, connectivity issue. Oh, 933. Okay, okay, let me discuss with Windows or server team. Okay, and I will ask to check that port 5022, but it's rarely, but basically it is getting an error here. This is not expected basically. Okay, we'll do this. We can set at clustering and always on again, and I think for today, can we go for that migration or upgrade, or we can stop here? Gopal and Manu. Okay, yeah. So for migration, let's see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Basically, there is some internal problems. Basically, I not faced this type of issue till now. Basically, in my support and service career, basically. So migration means there are two steps. Basically, two type of migration we can. Sorry, yeah, migration we can say that from that SQL server, we are just taking that old from data center to new data center. We are migrating data. So what are the steps for that? Or that depend on that the data size and connectivity and the data dependencies on that. We will just check the dependencies. So let's an example here. I will show that. Let's live example like that. See, let's see. This is a data center inventory for the databases. Okay, and if you want, if we are going to migrate the data from data center one to data center other one. So let's example of this. This is 2000 database equals to 2000. Okay, so before migrating any databases from anywhere, we just focus on basically the database design, database version, database size, and database dependencies, logins, and other reports, and we can say the DTS packages. Okay, what is associated with or integrated with the databases. So we have to just list down all these things first. Then we have to plan accordingly how we are going, that is migrating that like backup and restore, or just doing some getting some tool like ETL packages or DTS packages to import export all the data, logins and all. And this is feasible for that environment or not. Basically you have to just configure server level, disk level, or we can set a data file level. We just plan accordingly all these things. And let's we can say that the new version we will just decide according to that features which is previously configured on the servers. Okay, that is deprecated or they have some enhancement in that features, or so we just do that list down all these things, and then we plan uh, the migration. That we have a migration database wizard. We have also tool like let's see, that tool is migration advisor, a smart tool. Where on this system basically. Minimize it, it will get through an error after some time. So before running going for migration, just we have to just use this tool on any older version. We can say that, yeah, just opening. So here is we have a smart tool. See, SQL Server migration assistance for migration. Okay, so we have to install this, and then we have to check all the data types, database design and schema and all, and we get a reports after analyzing the existing databases. And according to that we have to sit with the developer and we have to do manual changes from backend, and then we rerun that migration assistance, and then we go for the further plan like that backup and restore or importing that one. If you get the SQL file, then you can just easily store on the database servers. So this is about basically the migration of databases, SQL server. If you are going for upgrade, so there are two type of upgrade, parallel or in place upgrade. So let's a scenario here in SQL server 2000. So we cannot do in place upgrade because 2003 Windows server already deprecated, and SQL server 2000 also deprecated. So we have to just plan that we are not going we are not feasible, or this is not a feasible thing to go with that in place upgrade. We have to just do parallel upgrade, means we have to build a new system server with the latest configuration, latest Windows, latest SQL server or license what we the client has, and then we create that the database server and configure as per best practices, and then we do backup and restore. Okay, there is no other option basically, only backup or restore for the previous version. But if with the system we have, let's see example, this is this is 12, no? Okay, just let's 12. So from 12 to 19 or 22 we cannot directly migrate, sorry, upgrade basically. Okay, why? Because there's a service pack to a patch. We can say that there's a basic recommendation. This is the minimum configuration or minimum set service pack exist on the previous version, like in 2012 we have a service pack 3 maximum. Yeah, so let us service pack 3 required to install here, and then we go for the in place upgrade. Else we there the option that is we have to just create new server, and then we have to just restore backup on the new server. So these are the way we will perform that upgrade or migrate the databases in SQL Server. Yeah. Hmm. Mhm. There is a step that we have to just do one thing. We have to just take a backup and restore. Else we have to just provide service pack 4, SP service pack 4 on the server, and then we have to upgrade 2005 and then 2012 directly. No, no, latest server, because 2000 already deprecated. Okay. Yes, is that's the only way. Yeah. Backup and restore. No, for compatible we have to just change that here, the compatible level of the databases. See on SQL Server after restore we have to go to the databases. Okay, and see the compatibility level of the databases is here. See, so if you have 2000, then we get here 9 point sorry 8 8.0, or 2005 is 9.5. So that is already deprecated, so it is not showing here basically. So we have to just change here from that. For the performance point of view, we just restore, and then we have to just go to the database and uh, change that this level, nothing else. This is about that upgrade part. Yeah, any other question? For parallel upgrade you can just use this documentary, or just you can use that upgrade previous version. Here go and just upgrade previous version in place upgrade. For in plus upgrade, let's see, we have a 19 database server installed here on 34 server. Yeah, this is 31 server. Okay, and now we are one that we need to 2012 or 19 yeah 2012. So just open that exe of 2012, sorry 2022, and then go to the install part, and then just click on upgrade previous version. It will detect the previous version and upgrade that. But before upgrading the existing environment, we take the backup of system databases, user databases, and logins and all the settings, jobs and all, because if anything goes wrong, then you can restore all these things. Yeah. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, any question on upgrade or migration? Okay, so we can check that upgrade part. This is we are using on 19 here. See, so if as we build tomorrow, I think clustering and always on, then we do practical on that this upgrade part also. So you can just go and upgrade. That's it. For the SQL Server clustering, we have not done that is properly, because we had the cluster failover is not created, so we have not installed. So there's installation part is here for clustering. Okay, that will also enable if the Windows is clustering. Windows cluster is enabled. See, this is depend on the Windows features. If Windows clustering enable, then we get these two options for installing the SQL Server clustering. This is totally grayed out because we don't, this is a standalone server. We can check here because we have not enabled that also, but yeah, on 34, let me check that one to enable that Windows cluster from the server side, and then we can do the clustering installation and all tomorrow, I think. Yeah, for today I think yeah, that's it from my side. If you have any question, then we can discuss. Okay, so let's meet tomorrow at the same time, and meanwhile I can check with the server team to all the errors and all why we are not able to connect with the servers. Okay, and we'll try to add the cluster and I will show you later. Okay. Yeah, I just missed that one. Okay, basically I'm just check today, and I will, if I miss the file, then you can create the file, new file for the you. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, totally. The external, none, and the cluster. There are three modes basically. Okay, the cluster by default detecting, but the external and none, we'll also create a another file, PPT for that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Gopal. Thank you, Manu, and we'll meet tomorrow at the same time. Okay. Stop sharing. Yeah. Today is step. Yeah, I'm just talking with Manu and all. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.